Hi Aries, welcome to the channel and thanks for being here. I'm going to go ahead and start your Aries twin flame reading for the Aries twin flames. Aries twin flame. Aries twin flames. Aries twin flame. First card, the High Priestess. The Empress. The Emperor. Three of Wands. Knight of Swords. The Lovers. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. Wow, Aries. So the first card that came out is the Empress. The High Priestess. So then we have the two counterparts, the Empress and the Emperor. So let's go ahead and clarify the reading without jumping to any conclusions. Clarify the High Priestess. The Five of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Okay, Aries. So it looks like you feel that there's lack. And you feel like you're not getting the emotional fulfillment that you're looking for. You feel like there's lack. You feel like there's no meaning. Maybe you feel like you're giving up on the connection. You feel like there's no meaning. Because you're not getting emotionally fulfilled in some way. The Five of Wands. Maybe you just had some type of conflict with your person. So you're disconnected from your higher self. And because of this conflict with your person, you feel like there's not going to be any success with your person. You feel like there's no hope, there's no point, and because you don't feel any emotional fulfillment. You feel maybe sometimes erratic emotionally, chaotic with your emotions, and looks like maybe even easy to blow off the handle at times because your emotions are overruling your actions. There's a disconnect from your higher self because maybe your desires haven't been met, and Instead, there was some kind of conflict, some kind of drama that makes you feel like, to heck with the how you feel on the outlook of the connection. And that's because there's a disconnect from your higher self. It's like maybe you're stuck in lower desires, lower natures, because you don't see maybe the connection progressing. Um, and you gauge that because you feel like your desires aren't being met. So that's how you're gauging the connection, the prospect of the connection. So you think that there's lack. You feel like there's no hope. You feel like you're emotionally not being fulfilled. Your actions may have been a bit chaotic. You may have been drinking. There's a disconnect from your higher self. Clarify the Empress. So maybe that's why the Queen of Swords is here at the bottom of the deck. Maybe you have your person upset, or you're upset at your person. Maybe you said that you wanted to cut off from the connection, cut off from your person. Maybe you want to cut the cord. Maybe you want to have a new beginning because, you feel like you're not getting commitment. You feel like your person is being sneaky and mischievous. And maybe there's something about you're tired of waiting because you're not seeing some kind of results. Bottom of the deck, the Four of Pentacles. So it's like you're in your lower self. Clarify the Empress. The Queen of Wands. And the Six of Pentacles. So, Aries, it's like instead of nurturing yourself, it's like you want action. You want actions. You want actions. You want your person to invest in you. And you're gauging your motivation and the connection from by your person's actions. You're focused on your person's actions. You're gauging your happiness, your motivation. You feel confident based on your person's actions. Instead of nurturing, putting that energy in yourself. The Magician. So that you can be a strong spirit. Instead of being a weak wizard. A weak wizard is a person who has ulterior motives, who tries to manipulate their person for their desires to be met. So they manipulate their person. They're not real. They're not real. They have they're being like a mask. They have put on a mask. They're not being a strong spirit. So they're instead a weak wizard. To be a magician, you have to be a strong spirit. But you can't be a strong spirit if Your whole energy, the source of your energy is watching your person or making your person pour in energy in you. That's not how you become a magician. You have to get your energy from source, not from your person. That's why you're unable to get into your higher self. We have the Emperor here. Let's clarify the Emperor. So 2 cards wanted to come out. Knight of Cups and the 5 of Swords. Okay, and you're not having the right thinking. You're not having the right thinking. Again, that manipulation idea. You want the emotion, you want emotional fulfillment, but you're seeking external fulfillment when you should be receiving that from source. You should be receiving that as your principles, your own ideas, your own beliefs, your own way of thinking, and standing firmly on that, on those principles. So then, by not having any principles, it the person becomes weak. They're unable to manage themselves. They're unable to be stable, stand up right in their own confidence, in their own ways. Instead, they're seeking external validation by manipulating people to get an outcome that they're looking for instead of being strong, standing up on your own 2 feet and being a strong spirit by working on themselves, working on yourself so that you can become a magician. Because the emperor doesn't get their um the emperor does not get their value from other people. They don't create their legacy off of other people. They create that solid foundation from being solid, relying on themselves. Page of Wands. Instead of being a student, instead of being immature with an idea and um, putting that energy towards something immature and foolish, seeking attention, seeking validation, being immature, being an immature spirit, being an immature magician that makes the magician a wizard or a witch, putting their energy in the wrong things, not having the right mentality, manipulating people to get the outcomes that they want because their mentality is not right. So they end up getting crumbs. You have to nurture yourself so you can get the willpower from source, from God, all possibilities. The Three of Wands. So being in your lower self, it's like your childish spirit. When you're in your higher self, you're a responsible spirit. Then you're a magician. Clarify the Three of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Getting your spark of inspiration from source. Your opportunities from source. Not from your person. From God. Ace of Pentacles. Your energy from God. Your energy from source. Working towards your goals. Working towards your purpose. So don't say to yourself that the progression of the connection is taking too long. There's a bigger goal to this. There's a not a bigger goal, but there's a bigger thing about this connection. The Two of Pentacles. Having the spark of inspiration and knowing how to externalize that. Getting the inspiration from God and knowing how to act in that way. Knowing how to externalize it. Knowing how to take the energy that God gives you and using your actions to create something new. Clarify the Knight of Swords. So it's about getting out of the old same patterns in being lost in your lower self. It's time to create something new from the influence of this connection, the influence of God, all possibilities, and not basing your happiness solely on your person. Clarify the Knight of Swords. But creating your own foundation. Eight of Swords. No longer focusing on the wrong things. Karma. So you need to get out of the focus of negativity, the Chariot, and have self-control and discipline so that you can move off into the right direction for there to be union. Because, just because of your person's actions, you feel like giving up, you feel like there's no hope, you feel like there's lack, you feel like your desires aren't being met. And you need to get out of that thinking because it's making you, not make any progress. It's just keeping you stuck in a cycle. And instead of seeing your person as, someone who is, um, instead of seeing your person as someone toxic, just by changing your perception, by being disciplined and getting a hold of your emotions and having control, you're able to see that this um, connection is an opportunity. And it's important to gauge the progression of this connection by the signs and synchronicities that God, the universe, is showing you, continuing to build off of the inspiration that you get from source so that you can create something new, so that you can become an influence. It's not just for you to pin down your person and procreate. No, you have to you're procreating what is from the heavens. I can't think of a better word. But for you to get what I'm saying, to procreate what we're receiving from heaven, from God. That is why you met your person, to lead you to your higher self on the path of getting the answers that you're looking for you to find, to discover this. Clarify the Lovers. It also gets you into union with both your feminine and your masculine self. And by doing that, there's high possibility of union with your person, but you have to, let's clarify the Lovers. The Ten of Wands, get the load off of your back. Four of Pentacles, get out of your lower self. Start rebuilding yourself from inside out first. And stop seeking external validation. Use your energy in a wise way. That's why the Emperor is there. Use your energy wisely. And the Empress is receiving the experience of life to create meaning. The Queen of Pentacles, to become mature so that you can master the material, the physical plane. So that you're no longer coming from a place of lack, so that you're no longer feeling unfulfilled. You're no longer continuing a perpetual cycle that keeps you stuck in a form of being a weak ass wizard or witch. Bottom of the deck, the Three of Wands. Living life with meaning. Discovering your true potential. That was your reading, Aries. Thank you.